for Columbus as Adam Pelech holds the puck off the opening faceoff. It's Emil Heineman to Ryan Pulock. Islanders clear the zone but give up possession and shot in by Denton Matejchuk. Referees in our game here today, Jean Hebert and Mitch Dunning. Andrew Smith, Dan Kelly are the linesmen as Bo Horvat tries to wrestle this puck by Werenski deep into Columbus territory. Heineman whiffed on a pass, tried to shovel it down low. Marchenko is there. It's Barzal quickly to it, and he feeds it across for Pulock to the net off the cuff of the glove of Merzlikins. Horvat collects and twists himself free. Barzal hoping, what a save from Merzlikins on Heineman. And Charlie Coyle broke it up. Down the wall comes D'Angelo. Palmieri out high. Left side Romanov. His shot. Big rebound. D'Angelo loads it up again. D'Angelo walks to the middle. Rotates for Drouin. Drouin. Another drop. Romanov. Wrister. Kicked away by Merzlikins. But another shift in the offensive zone for the New York Islanders. Looking dangerous here to start the hockey game. Blue Jackets race for a change. Islanders hurry in. D'Angelo tees one up off the shoulder of Merzlikins. And then Barzal and Heineman go to work on the forecheck.
It's clear to me, Brendan, that Patrick Roy's got no problem going power on power, both teams' first lines.
Here's Horvat, just shot it wide off the setup from Barzal.
And the Islanders have certainly controlled this matchup.
Pelech, wrister, eye high, gloved and held by Merzlikins, but it's all Islanders to start the hockey game.
Let's follow him around and watch as he works his way to the middle of the ice. That chemistry, I mean, it's right there. That's just out of the outstretched.
Out into pressure, off Matejchuk, turning his Fantilli shot, blocked though by Holmstrom. Simon Holmstrom carries ahead, has a trailer, it's Pajot. Returns it all the way over, D'Angelo, kicked out by Merzlikins. Stripped away by Cal Ritchie. Drop past Drouin, made the self-pass now to Palmieri. Palmieri curls, Mayfield shot, knuckle to the net. A rebound try for Drouin, wouldn't go.
The Islanders are going to get to go to work, but let's keep an eye on that second, third wave of Islanders coming up the ice, because Columbus, they'll track back, haven't done a great job.
As special teams play tonight, they were 0 for 5 on the power play against the Capitals on Friday night. As Palmieri's pass, Horvat loads it up, couldn't shoot, Schaefer will scores! Power play goal, Matthew Schaefer, and it took 10 seconds off the faceoff.
Power play, so have your feet up by the offensive blue line. But watch Schaefer right in the middle of your screen right now. Watch him shrink in, and he's going to come in. He's at the top of the circles when he lets that thing go. Like all the great offensive defensemen in the NHL, give yourself the best chance. And that's beautiful puck work. Usually Horvat shooting that thing, but it's the proximity to the net. And that's a perfect view of it. Look how close he is. He got bodies in front of the net, and to be honest with you, that just beats Merzlikins pretty clean.
The goaltender just under the glove. Those are the shots that go in, and a little bit of traffic. And you're right, Hicks. He shrunk that zone perfectly. This kid's got some IQ on him, I'll tell you.
Barzal in on the forecheck. Pelech towards Heineman. Heineman got the better that time for a moment, at least, of Dante Fabro. Here's Ryan Pulock's shot, produced a rebound, loosened some skates, and it's fished out of the pile. Pulock retrieves it. Here's Heineman for Barzal. Trying to put that one through Heineman. It came back to him instead. Here's Adam Pelech. Oh, just caught the shaft of the stick of Merzlikins.
That's why you follow up the play, Brendan. Pelech.
That one off the basket. Get another rebound. The stick goes flying in the air. The puck somehow wound up in the grasp of the goaltender.
These guys are hungry. The power to get through it and use that velocity coming off the blade.
Islanders win an offensive zone draw, and Pulock's Islanders into the zone, onside, Pajot for Romanov. Romanov, middle of the ice, nothing there as Fantilli closed him off. Alone in front, Anders Lee's backhand, stayed with it, the second chance into the pads of Merzlikins.
Somebody to the front of the net, Anders Lee, you can see him trying to get there, and Romy does a great job, not just throwing that at the net with no traffic. He waits and waits, and Anders does a great job. He doesn't miss from there very often.
Yeah, if he throws that as soon as he gets it, Cal, it's probably a dead play and an easy save for Merzlikins, but fading away, finding Lee. And one thing that stood out to me, Cal, I mean, we always talk about the offensive blue line, the defensive blue line. The Islanders have made a lot of plays at the offensive blue line, but it's after they're protecting the puck. There's probably been 4 looks.
And David Riddick will get a touch out of it. 6 minutes to play here in the opening period. Brandenburg Tomasicki upstairs, a giveaway, and Marchenko's tip. Schaefer, Barzal to the front for Lee, and a backhand denied. He put it back there. Merzlikins doesn't know where it was.
Such a handful right here. Hey, watch him take this thing, and it could have been a hooking call, but eventually as it comes around to Anders Lee, watch him throw this thing with one hand on his stick right through there. It's Barzal. That's a great stick by Severson, who was sort of beat earlier on, but Cal, I can't imagine, as a winger, just got to be a nightmare to go against guys like Werenski and Schaefer that just... Oh, Anthony Duclair, a nice job there, looking like a defenseman as he filled in for Adam Pelech.
Marchenko got through, got it over. Riddick the save, but a penalty on the play for slashing. No score here in the second period. Marchenko got by and draws the penalty. Riddick, though, the stop on Monahan.
77 minor penalty slashing.
I think he'd certainly be happy heading up with only one, heading into the third period here, but just make sure in these situations that you don't lose any of that momentum that Columbus is trying to claw back.
Fantilli, they score! He put it to the crease and it was tapped in by Miles Wood. And the Columbus Blue Jackets even it here in the second period.
Presence, and of course it is Wood. I mean, that's the area that he goes to, and as you'll see, this Fantilli does a really nice job. A good young player as he looks to that back door, and I mean, it's about picking up the stick in that situation. And does that make it clean all the way to the stick of Wood there? It's hard to tell. He's pointing back to Fantilli. It might have directed off the skate. As you see it come in?
No, it was right on his tape, Hicks. It was...
For Olivier, he'll dump it in from range, forcing Riddick to touch it with the blocker. Pajot took a bump from Olivier. Here's Provorov. His shot nearly knocked the stick out of the hands of Riddick. Horvat off the skate. Horvat wrestling that puck from Monahan. Columbus has it again. Denton Matejchuk drops it off for Monahan. Gets into the slot. Marchenko's shot! They score! Matejchuk was crossing through the slot, and he carried it away from Riddick and breaks the 1-1 tie.
But again, for the Islanders, this is an opportunistic Columbus Blue Jackets team, and the one thing you can't do is turn pucks over at the offensive blue line. And here the Columbus Jackets just make them pay. Tough bounce, but now they're fighting an uphill battle here with 7:50 left.
Yeah, I think they're looking at Horvat right here. I mean, doesn't seem like much. You'll see the guy's hands go up.
I think there's a chance that Ryan Pulock pass coming out of the zone hit the referee in the skate as well. I'm not sure.
And for Matejchuk, I mean, that thing...
Anthony Duclair. Toss to the front, and a save by Merzlikins. Cizikas had a look. Pucks under the goaltender, and the whistle sounds.
And watch this as Cizikas gets involved as well, but Severson comes in. He tries to get the hands and the body of Duclair. This thing keeps going and squirts loose to McLean in front of the net, and a really good chance there. I mean, that's what Patrick Waugh wants from this line. Create some energy. Started with McLean. You bang away and follow up, and you might not get one. You got an offensive zone faceoff now.
Our save of the game brought to you by Volvo Cars. At 6-on-5, Islanders get it in the offensive zone. Matt Barzell lost the puck. Sillinger the backhand. Glove down by Schaefer to the net for Lee. He scores! Schaefer put it there. Lee tips it far down. It's tied.
Just kept it in. There's wobbling pucks that come around back to the blue line. It can be tricky. It can be scary. Nerves of steel. You hang in there. That deflected early up top.
Good on the Islanders for sticking with it.
Pajot looking for Lee. Holmstrom to the net. It hit a man right by it. Ryan Pulock with 45 to go. Matthew Schaefer. Here's Lee. His shot off the post. It's behind him. They score! It's Simon Holmstrom. And the Islanders turn it around late with 2 goals in 29 seconds.
Can you believe this? And this line, Anders Lee was all over it before. They just kept hunting. They wouldn't go away. Merzlikins thinks he has it. He doesn't have it. It went off the post, and Holmstrom, the long reach, he finds this one, a fade away from Lee. Cal, you could probably see that thing just sitting there.
It was sitting there, and when it crept out, I didn't want to preemptively say anything, but I watched Simon Holmstrom track that thing down. You can see Elvis Merzlikins not happy. I wouldn't be either. He's had a great night, but the Islanders, I feel like the pressure they put on the Columbus Blue Jackets all night long gives you this.
10 seconds, all that's left. Puck pushed behind the Blue Jackets' end. 5 seconds to go. Voronkov and the Jackets run out of time.